Hi guys, this is my video on high functioning autism. So high functioning autism is defined as level 1 on the autism spectrum scale. This can be described as someone who has average or above average intelligence and language skills, but they may suffer with other skills like communication skills being the main one, struggle with social interactions. They may have the same repetitive behaviours and interests, and yeah, as I mentioned, social interaction and communication are the main factors which someone with high functioning autism may struggle with. So this type of autism isn't like defined as a medical term or an official diagnosis. It's often spoken and discussed as an informal one. This type of autism is basically a mild form of autism. It's the autism which I have. People who have this type of autism can technically live like a normal person, so they can function well during daily activities. They can get a house, buy a car, and complete other active daily activities well. They may require minimal assistance, for example, compared to someone who has low function autism. They need assistance all the time due to their cognitive function and abilities. So people who have high function autism may have fewer difficulties in cognitive and language skills compared to others on the spectrum, for example, low function autism. So some common signs of high function autism include delayed speech and language development, fear of social situations, average or above average in intelligence, difficulty with changing routine. I know for me that's a big one. I struggle with change, I always have, and probably always will. Challenges in making friendships and other relationships with other people, difficulty with processing and responding to that sensory stimuli which can be present around them during daily life. Difficulties with fine motor activities as well, so they maybe struggle with hand-eye coordination, and they may have intricate movements of the fingers and hand, meaning they're very fidgety, which can make tasks difficult for them. These include writing and tying up a shirt. So some of the challenges, and this isn't just for people with high function autism, this can be people with other types of autism, but some of the common ones with high function autism include sensory issues and overload. So particularly those higher functioning, they may experience heightened sensitivity or hypersensitivity to sensory stimuli present around them. They may be sensitive when it comes to things such as bright lights, different sounds, textures, and different smells as well. These struggles can make it difficult for them, for example, to go out to a restaurant where there's different smells, go to see a movie. They may be overstimulated by the lighting coming from the screen, or visiting a shopping centre in general. This can lead to heightened anxiety and stuff like that as well. These difficulties can occur in early childhood, however, they can develop into adulthood as well. So the second one is emotional regulation. So individuals with high functional autism often have trouble regulating their emotions, and they may not understand social clues. This means that they may struggle to understand someone's tone of voice, their body language, and sorry, I've lost where I am. Or they may understand they may not understand what information has been said to them. This can make it difficult for someone who is high functioning to form and maintain friendships with others and even deeper relationships as well. If they are unable to regulate their emotions, this can lead to increased risks of meltdowns, anxiety, and emotional outbursts. Got an itch in my eye. Social isolation and communication. So these two are two of the main factors which can affect people who are on the high functioning side of the scale of the autism spectrum. So they can experience problems with social isolation as well and communication. Studies have shown that this can have a deeper impact on their daily lives and their mental well-being. People with high functional autism may never see friends, never receive phone calls from friends, or they may never be invited to parties or other social activities. For example, they may just stay in the house, is what I'm trying to say. It has been shown by a study that people who have high functional autism are at a higher rate for social isolation compared to those with other like intellectual disabilities and learning disabilities, and those who experience like a lot of emotional disturbance as well. So I've got tics as well. Tips to help improve communication. So in those with high functional autism. So we can look at things such as social skills training. These are programs which provide structural guidance and opportunities for people who have high functional autism. It allows them to practice working on improving their social cues, practicing holding a conversation, and practicing behaviour strategies in social situations. Second one is visual supports, so they can create social stories and communication boards, which can help in comprehension and understanding. This can help people with high functional autism navigate, like looking at different social expectations, expressing their needs, and furthermore helping them to understand the context overall of the social situations. Third one is role playing. So people with high functional autism can benefit from role playing. This is because this gives them the chance to practice, and it can be done in a safe, controlled environment, which can help them develop their communication skills and also the social skills overall. It can help improve active listening and help them improve noticing them non-verbal cues as well. For speech and language therapy, so this focuses on improving speech clarity, expressive and repressive language skills. Regular therapy sessions can include things such as working on conversation flow, understanding non-literal language, and interpreting social cues. I'm not sure I said that right. So the diagnosis process for autism. So diagnosing this exact form of autism is based on the evaluation of a person's developmental history, how their behaviour is, and how their communication skills are. The diagnosis is not based off medical tests, as I mentioned. Some of the assessments can be done from interviews with the person themselves or with parents present, and observation of the person overall, focusing on them aspects of how they behave and socially interact with other people. Early diagnosis can be crucial as it can allow for early intervention and support strategies to be put in place. A child as young as 2-year-old can be diagnosed with this, and when someone may be diagnosed, they could be diagnosed as an adult as well. So if support strategies are put in place as soon as they find out they have high functional autism, this can make life a whole lot easier. So for example, my diagnosis, I was diagnosed with high functional autism when I was 8-year-old. And at first my parents didn't know fully what autism was, but as I've grown up, they've learned what autism is. And now I'm doing these videos because I think it's good to raise awareness, and I think autism is something that, I know it's a worldwide thing, but I think it's something that doesn't get like spoke about as much as it could be spoke about, if that makes any sense. So going back to some of the early interventions, these include different therapies such as speech and language therapy, ABA therapy. I've used that website before, I've had a look at that. Educational support and family involvement, which help promote the positive effects of someone who's living with high functioning autism. So I've done this in a few of my last videos about autism, but an overall message. So for anyone out there living with high functioning autism, I know the world can seem scary sometimes, and especially if you don't understand the world around you due to you being autistic. I found myself that I do struggle with a lot of things, and I still don't understand this world properly, but I've learned to adapt to it as I've like grown up and stuff. But if you're watching this, I want you to know that end of the day, you're valued for just being here on earth as a human being. your autism makes you a wonderful human being, and I want you to know that you matter at the end of the day. Being autism, you may feel like you're different, but in my mind, I see autism as a different ability, not potentially a disability, although it is categorized as a learning disability. But if anyone's out there watching this and you are autistic, I just want you to continue being you at the end of the day and keep being awesome and unique. And because you generally do make a difference in this world, believe me. And yeah, so that's the end of my little Word document that I put together based on the information I've read. But thank you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will catch you in the next one. Not sure when it'll be because I need to think about what I'm going to speak about next regarding autism. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Love you all. Bye.